Good morning, everyone. Another beautiful day, very warm November day, surprisingly, shockingly. Global warming is a thing. But we're here, episode 4, Walkin and Talkin with Ruby. And just got back from some travel to talk to people in person. Amazing. Thought that was a great use of our time. And frankly, we wound up having an amazing discussion around this concept that I brought to the table, which is demand gen versus lead gen. And somebody asked me in the room, which was it's a really good question. Is it an or statement or is it an and statement? And my answer was, it's an and statement. Channels to market matter. So how is your marketing doing? How are your sales teams doing? Inbound, outbound, all of the conversations that you're having. Are you mapping to those channels? Do you know what the difference between the two channels actually is? Or the 4 channels or the 10 channels? Email, social, paid media, outbound sales calls, all of these things. Are you having those conversations at scale that make it easier for someone to buy from you in their preferred channel? And so that channel mix, distributors, agents, whatever. How are you tracking that? How are you managing conversions on each of those channels? So, Ruby, not giving me a lot of feedback today, but I'm in the mind to say, if you're not tracking channel conversion, you're probably not getting the full value for the effort. So the full value for the effort really boils down to how many times, how much money are we spending on individual channels? How much time are we spending on individual channels? And then what's the impact to the funnel? Is one performing more than the other? Are we blending all of that together? That's a bad idea. That's another conversation that Refined Labs and Chris Walker has started to talk about. Where does that impact us as a business? How much time are we spending? What are the efforts leading to? If we're getting 0.01% conversion on social, organic, dark social, how much are we getting from outbound lead gen? Like, what are we doing? How's that work? What's our sales team's opportunity? What's our marketing opportunity? So it was a great question. Is it an or an and statement? 100% an and statement. Again, we are going to come back to this because I think specificity amongst what, the outbound, inbound brand versus, time and market, lead gen, demand gen conversation is really, really important in 2023. There's so many things that need to be discussed. And figuring this out with consistency and then measurement, I think is something that is really valuable. So the data matters in this case. So CRM data, do we have it? Do we capture it? Google data, do we use it? Social data, do we make it? And from a social media perspective, the algorithms are against us in many ways. So, what's the paid social play? Ultimately, if we're going to do organic dark social, are we phoning it in? Is whatever we're doing even remotely interesting to our customer? And 97% of the time it isn't. We phoned it in. It's the holiday pictures and the Christmas parties and whatever else. You got to do better than that. You got to give your customer something for their time. So you want to acquire somebody new who doesn't know who you are, you got to talk about the things that matter to them at a very deep level. But you got to measure that too. So is it lead gen or demand gen? Nope, it's an and. So here we have to figure all that out. Walking and Talking with Ruby, episode 4. Have a great one.